Hair on point. That makeup, honey. Yes. Okay, them shoes, that handbag, color flowing, everything is great. If you, and of course there's nothing wrong with those things, but if that is the area of your life that you attach the greatest self-value to, what you're doing is that's the area where you expect others to recognize the most. Because that's how you define yourself the most. Whatever area you define yourself as the most, that's the area that will turn into, quote unquote, your bargaining chip. Yeah. Same thing with money, same thing with your career. I talk to men all the time, like, a guy like me, I got this career, I got this, and then they meet a lady who doesn't care about the career. They're like, she doesn't even recognize her. Yeah, because the area of your life that you build up the most in your actions, in the way you handle yourself, you will expect others to recognize that and be attracted to it. Now, is that all wrong? No, not really, because, those are the things that, whether it's your looks, your money, or the way you talk, all those things, great. The flip side of that, folks, is that when people fall for those things, those will be the things that people will hold you accountable for. So if somebody marries you because, man, you're just the baddest chick in the world, it's packaging, when that goes out the window, I mean, that's what you got me with, yo. That's whether verbally or non-verbally, whether stated or non-stated, that's what you advertise. That's what I got. That's what I got. What you mean I can't have that no more? Right? See, many of us see ourselves as self-made, and so we treat people of the opposite sex like they're supposed to earn someone like us. They're supposed to earn us. But in the spectrum of spiritual things, that's not God. That's not how God operates. God doesn't ask us to earn Him. God is love. There's no selling Himself short. But God gives that love to us first, while we were yet sinners. So if you're going into a relationship and you're in an earning type relationship, well, a woman like me, a man like me, you have this stuff all wrong. All wrong. There's a story of a man, right? So this was in Japan or something like that, right? Marries this woman, right? They get married, and after a couple of years, they have kids. I don't know if you read this story, but kids came out, and the kids, right? He said these kids were ugly, and he sued her. Yeah. She was right now. Yeah. So she apparently is this, like, talk about packaging, right? Like beauty queen, like, right? Yeah, exactly. Yes. Packaging. He marries her, right? And the kids come out, and it's like, these kids do not look like. Now, let's leave the moral judgments of what ugly is or not. That's just way too broad for this conversation. But guess what? The judge ruled in his favor. I know. Why? It so turns out that she had over $100,000 in plastic surgery and did not tell him. Now, when they met, talk about. But one, it's not our place or his to define what beauty is or not, right? We can't do that for him, right? And even if she didn't have the surgeries, hey, the kids could have taken after grandpa or grandma, right? So it could not have been, it may not have been, may not have had anything to do with the plastic surgery. Right? Could have taken after great grandpa. But the fact that there was this facade gave that judge something to say, hey, listen, not even like a couple of thousand, $100,000. What we see on the surface has no representation. No thing. It's like two different people. That's why it's important for us to be very careful about what we advertise, and that's on a surface level, on the physical. But this expands to even the way we are, the personality we present, our belief systems, our perspectives on life, right? It's something I call the Me Too effect, right? By the way, if you haven't already, strongly advise you to visit my blog. It's called IJustMetMe.com. I just published a free ebook recently. It's free. You can get a copy of it. It's on IJustMetMe.com, and the title is How to Make Sure Your Values Are Aligned, a guide to avoiding relationship frustration. In there, I talk about what's called the Me Too effect. You know what the Me Too effect is? Let me explain it. So you're dating, right? You're dating, you're talking, or maybe you're just talking to someone. You're just talking, right? And they tell you, you know what? I love family. Totally. Yeah, I love the fact that, you should be able to just do whatever you want in life and pursue your dreams and make sure that, you're just achieving the things that God has put in your heart. Oh, wow, that's hot. Like, me too, yo. Like, that's exactly how I feel. The Me Too effect is very powerful because on two levels, at first, the person is telling us things that is advertising them. And because we like this person, or we think we like this person, it is natural for us to want to agree. So what do? We either escalate our value system to meet where they are, right? So we forget how to separate who we are from who we want to be. It becomes blurry or blurred. Stuff is crazy. And then you get in a relationship, you're like, hey, let's go for the family picnic. You're like, the other person's like, again? Bruh! You told me you like family. Right? Me Too effect.